Hey guys!
Hey.
Oh yeah, it hasn't been long, has it?
No.
The last video we had, we were talking about going to an appointment, but first, what's the weather? I usually announce it. What's the weather?
94 and hot.
Hot and sunny. And this is a change of pace, right?
Yeah.
It's normally raining.
Yeah, it's been raining, but well, yesterday it just lightly sprinkled.
And we have these flowers that Natalie can look out of her bedroom window. There's a wheelchair ramp, and the rails, the higher rails, will hold flowers and plants. And what kind of flowers and plants can you see out of your window?
Gerber daisies, sage, impatiens. What else?
We got some dianthus, a couple like white, like a pink and a purple dianthus. We have one petunia, I think, still alive, and marigolds.
Oh yeah, they're really cool marigolds too. I like the little bitty ones there.
When we went
African.
we have two types. I think we got the normal whatever. I don't know what type. There's dozens of types of marigolds, but there's only usually two types you see in the nursery, and that is the African and the other one.
And then you have the one Bob gave us too.
Yeah, our neighbor gave me, I think, some French marigolds and another type, like the seeds and one
They're
plant.
huge.
They get really tall. You know, these ones in the nurseries that they sell are only like what 3 or 4 inches tall, and then they die usually.
Yeah.
So when it's sunny like this, most of these flowers like a spring weather, cold or cool at night, warm but not blistering hot in the day, so they kind of want that rain every day to perk them up and keep them flowering. And if they don't get it, they droop, and sometimes they die. And if they're in good enough condition, they will kind of rebloom and look like new with the right amount of rain. But last video we talked about going to the surgeon. I was going to say neurologist, so I got that kind of confused.
Neuro-ophthalmology surgeon.
So,
Excuse me.
so is this the first time you went to a eye surgeon?
Yeah.
So
Now it's nervous and yeah.
And on our last video, we probably talked about what the neuro-ophthalmologist, not the surgeon, said that the surgeon may do or could do possibly. So we left a question mark. Would he even perform surgery on your eyes?
And he said that surgery was an option, and so was the Botox. So we decided to start with the Botox injections first.
And that's in what, 2 or 3 weeks?
It's like 3 weeks, August 5th, I believe. So they go in, say where the injection actually was.
The muscles are attached to your eye, and it has to be close to your eye.
I know it's like right around your eye, yeah.
But if he goes into your eyeball by mistake, it's a mistake. You're not supposed to go into the eyeball, so hopefully.
Right, but I guess there's a, you'd say 0.009% chance.
Probably less than that. So
That
probably
he could go into the eyeball, but I trust him. I don't see it happening. Knock on wood.
hopefully, unless you're just one of those people with bad luck, and
Yeah.
you just have you like, I think I won the lottery. But something was off there. One number was off. So when he explained it to you, Tell us. Come on, they don't want to hear me. I'm kind of a
Okay,
host.
so there's 0.009%. They go into my eyeball, if not expect bleeding or like redness of the eyes. If he hits the vein, there could be a little bit more. There's a slim risk of infection, so I have to do like a week of antibacterial eye drops.
Antibiotics. They're antibiotic eye drops, I think.
Yeah, like a week after. And he said that most people that do it, he's got like 2 to 3 other patients with FA.
Friedreich's Ataxia.
So he said most people that do it either do it for a year or 2 and then either decide to go for the surgery or just stop doing it at all. Right?
Yeah, that's what the way he explained it. And we didn't. He said every time we go, he's going to discuss the options with us. So the first thing on the first injection, he gives you a very small amount of Botox because they're trying to establish that equilibrium. I don't know if that would be the term, that the perfect dosage.
Whatever the right dosage is for my body, I guess.
So he said that the first dose would help, but it probably wouldn't fix the issue. So the next time you go in, you'll get a slightly higher dose until they find the point where it helps, I guess, 100%. And how often do you have to do this Botox injection?
Every 3 months.
So this is probably why he said other FA patients stop at 1, 2 years, 3 years sometimes, and either get the surgery or just stop doing it. And the blood issue is something he said you'll have bleeding. It's not really blood coming out of your eyes. It's red eyes for a week. Blood vessels, like you said, will be 1 month. Your eyes will be red. You'll only have about an hour of discomfort, he said. And then, by the time you're home, you'll be pretty much fine.
The only thing that was kind of scared of me is you're wide awake. I said that you can't see a needle coming at you because there's a big light shining right in your eyes.
There's a bright light to block you from seeing the needle.
But that kind of concerns me because, like I was telling you yesterday, long story, this could only happen to Natalie. But I was closing at my apartment. I was closing my sliding glass door. Somehow, I guess I didn't have my seatbelt on and wasn't even thinking about it. And I fell, and when I fell out of my chair, my cat litter box. Shut up.
Freak accidents are normal for Natalie. I can attest to that.
My cat litter box was right there. So what happened? I fall, and cat litter goes in my eyes. So my dad comes in and rushed me to my doctor's office. They literally pry my eyes apart to flush them out with fluid. The nurse was like, "Oh my God, your eye muscles are like stronger than most men I know."
Wow.
So, like, when he said there's gonna be a bright light directly in your eyes, I got really nervous because I'm thinking, okay, how's that gonna work? I don't hold my eyes open very well. And they're kind of hard to pry open. So I didn't mention it, but that's what I thought of.
Woo-wee.
So we'll see.
And he did not mention what would happen if that slim chance of that needle goes into your eye. He did not say, and that might have been purposeful.
Yeah, he might have tried not to scare the hell out of me
Because it might like permanently explode your eye or something. Or
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. So most people opt for Botox first, and that's what he said. I doubt, because he said it was a pretty involved surgery.
Yeah, he said with the surgery, I guess there's only a 60 to 70% chance of it fixing the condition at all. But if you have Botox first,
that's an indicator that, if Botox fails, you may not should even try the surgery.
Right.
So that's a good thing, because if that doesn't work, which is a bad thing, you'll know not to have however many hours of surgery and whatever.
And I found this really unique. Okay, I think we talked about it, so I'm going to say it here. I think we told you guys how I tried shots of bourbon. And within 20 minutes, I could see my phone, and that does not happen anymore.
I'm not 100% sure we said that on the
video.
video.
Well, if we did it, I'm telling you now. I started playing around one day last week. Very hard, very stressful day. Said that, hey babe, give me a shot of bourbon. Because bourbon's my go-to. That and rum, I really like both those as drinks. So a day gave me a shot, and within 20 minutes I could see my phone. That does not happen. My eyes rattle all the time. And when I'm trying to focus on my phone, it gets really bad. But the only time I can get it kinda stop, not even from like all the way, but kinda. If I'm laying in bed with my head on pillows, then it kinda calms down, but not all the way. So I did this shot and could see my phone. I tried it a few more times, and every time it cleared. So on the fourth time, I made Dan email my actual neuro-ophthalmologist, who opened up a discussion between the surgeon and us and said, I will talk about it Thursday. So I brought it up to him on Thursday, and he said 100% of patients, not just with FA, but patients with cerebellum ataxia, report improvements, not just with the eye problem,
but everywhere, right?
but every body part, like improvements. They don't know why. Like, that's kind of weird. It's supposed to act like a muscle relaxer because it calms the central nervous system down. But for whatever reason, muscle relaxers did not do anything for me. But alcohol does.
but the ones that most doctors give you now are non-narcotic muscle relaxers, and I almost guarantee you, if it was a narcotic muscle relaxer that they used to hand out like candy 25 years ago, it probably would do the same thing. And the effects would probably last longer than alcohol, because what's the problem with alcohol? You would have to drink it all day long to read or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd have to do it all the time, but I don't want to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember, but before you had all these problems with your eyes, I had the idea of trying alcohol probably when you were in your apartment like 7+ years ago. Do you remember? There's a guy, I'm not going to say his last name, David, tall David. He's got this nervous problem where his hands are always shaking, and every time he drank a beer or something, the shaking stopped. I mean, it's like permanent.
Oh, wow.
And that's what got me to think, well, maybe this will help with your issues with your coordination and target, but it didn't seem to help. Now that the eye thing is serious, it definitely does seem to help.
Yeah, again, I don't feel it in any other fact. Like when I have drank before, like, I drink a lot. Like in the past. Like my balance is off, and the normal effects you would feel with alcohol, but for whatever reason, the eye's clear, and it's weirdest to me.
Yeah, he I think what his term he used is it's a muscle depressant. Alcohol is. So your muscles are overacting over your brain. Okay, your brain is telling your muscles to move. It's not that, from what I hear, not that your muscles are just moving on their own. Your brain is, with the FA, is somehow telling your muscles to do this.
Yeah.
But let's not make a mistake and say that this is going to make your actual vision better, because that is something different.
No, my vision, this was the hard part, and I'm gonna try to say it out cry. Because I cried today when I told my OT. And Dan just doesn't see a big deal, but for me it's a hard pill to swallow. He said, according to the state of Florida, I am considered legally blind. That's pretty big, because, like, again, when I see, nothing is clear, but it clears up if I have eyeglasses on. But I guess I don't have enough vision, is what he said, to... What did he say?
It's just you're legally blind.
Yeah, which...
I mean, it's not like you're going to get a driver's license and start driving around or not anything, but...
I wouldn't do that anyhow, but...
Yeah, but when the eyes aren't shaking, you can focus on your phone.
Like I can see you, I can see behind you. Like... But you're constant moving.
Mm-hmm. Even when you drink or do
yeah.
I stop? Oh, really? So, but when you focus and you have a couple
but it
shots,
slows down. Like, I don't know. I was trying to describe that to my mom yesterday. Like, everything when I have the alcohol, everything slows. Not.
Again, it's a muscle depressant, and your brain is telling your muscles to move slower, not to stop.
Right, but I'm able to focus. Like, I mean, just for instance, if you've ever shopped on porn.com, you know, all the writing is like low grade writing. I can read with alcohol. Otherwise, forget it.
Yep.
So yeah.
So your eyes can function if your eyes stop jumping. Do you ever see fine detail at all? Like, let's say a picture on the wall, like one of your painted pictures. Can you make out what it is?
Yes. Again, it's easier if my eyes were still, like, even. That's why, like, I had to get mom. Got married last year, and they just had their first year anniversary. And her husband bought her a new ring. That's why I had you take a picture of it yesterday. Because it's easier for me to try and focus on that picture to actually look at Ariana and try to see it. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah. And I tried to take a picture indoors, and it did not look very good. It was kind of blurry and dark to me. Probably should have did it outside, but it was on her finger, so I'd have to take her outside. Here, Miss so and so, yeah. Anything else about that appointment?
I don't think so.
So, what did they do with the actual surgery? What did it sound like he was explaining? Or do you want me to say?
Yeah.
So, he said we kind of take these muscles and we move them and hope that they're less active. It didn't sound like he just takes the muscles out. He just moves them, but he said it was a pretty intensive surgery. Maybe just because of how small, all the little Oh my gosh, and that's caught right here on this. That is not me or Natalie, I promise you. Our son has some kind of, I don't know if it's a stomach bug or if he just ate too much sweets, and he's got a stomach.
I saw this video on YouTube about somebody eating a apple, and guess what it said? The person did not want to go to the potty a lot, and your tummy hurt, and I ate too much food, and then I needed to go to the potty, but I didn't want to do it.
Oh, right. Okay. You didn't want to go to the potty, so you built up a lot of gas in your system, huh?
Yeah, but until I did.
Okay. When we started this video podcast again, we said there would be interruptions. We cut most of them out. I don't know if that's going to make it or not. We'll see.
You need to leave that one.
Okay, so there is some other stuff that on the last video we said that the neurologist had not yet gotten back with us about the Skyclarys medicine. And guess what? He might have been watching the YouTube video. He might search for FA videos all the time, or one of his, people. Oh, here's a new FA video, and he, somebody might have said, "Hey, our neurologist didn't do it." He might have seen it because he's like, we can't say his name, right? But world-renowned neurologist, FA neurologist, and if you have FA, you know who it is. Whatever. Move on. Okay, he emailed you, right?
Called.
Oh, he called you. Okay, he called.
Damn, the eye surgeon, like, Wednesday. He called and he suggested starting with one pill for a few days. I went to 2 pills for a few more days. And then finally going up to the 3 pills. After hearing that I am legally blind, I'm under this medication. Could not help improve my eyesight because we can't afford the other one. So I'm weighing out, is it worth it if it reactivates my IBS? Or should I give it the 45 days, which is what the lady told me that works for Biotin, the company.
Mm-hmm.
What should I do? Like, so...
And he also said just use your stomach medicine you already have, basically, I think. And why didn't he offer bigger dose, something different?
I have plenty of limonal. So that I can do bones, and then you can put constipated help. But I don't think from what I know of limonal, it can constipate. Or it can, but not. Like when I had really bad IBS, I remember my GI had me on taking 2 pills like every like 4 hours or 3 hours, so I don't know like how bad it got to make you. And I'm pretty.
I think the
If
instructions.
I use you, I'm pretty constipated anyhow, so.
The instructions with the Lomotil was that take 2, and if you have another diarrhea bout, take 2 more.
Yeah.
Right, and then if you have another one, take 2
That's
more.
right, that's how
when it calms down, I think it's like every 4 or 6 hours you can take 1.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. You're right. So, yeah.
But, anytime you've had like a stomach bug or it doesn't help at all.
It doesn't work at all.
It doesn't constipate you when you need to be constipated.
So, I don't know. It's like 1.5 of me says, go for it. And the other half says, I don't know if I want to go through all that. Get all I take is like half of it now that I want to add like 20 other million medicines to my regimen. Like, I don't know.
And I was just thinking, because I've had a stomach bug maybe 2 or 3 times since you and I have been together, and you're always like, take Lomotil, take this and that. And my answer is always, well, I want to get it out of my system. I don't want it to stay here, the bug or whatever. Are you going to take Skyclarys one more time and give it a good chance?
I probably should. Me and Shelly were talking about, actually, Shelly is my OT. If I were going to start, I would probably need to do it like tonight before bed. Like,
and
on the weekend, take my Lomotil first, like, and then go from there, like, on the weekend, but I don't have other appointments, and...
You do listen to this though. Her first time going to church in years is going to be Sunday. So imagine taking 2 doses and having an attack out there in the church, and you've never been around these people.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You think you can make it home if you had some kind of bout? You had a lot of pain though. It wasn't just like you were squirting out.
Yeah, no, the first
It was like stomach pain.
second and third night, I cried myself to sleep. Like, bad pain, yeah.
And I have IBS too, so I'm not just making fun a little bit, you know, and not knowing what I'm talking about, because it can be pretty bad.
So,
It's not just it can, you know, some people have IBS-D, some people have IBS with constipation, and I have it with both, and it can be really bad.
yeah, I get it. Wasn't even the diarrhea. I mean, that Saturday, I didn't want to eat. I didn't really want to drink. Took like sips of water just to make myself live. But like the pain. It's not like I have hydrocodone or some major pain pill that I can take with it. So
Yeah, and who knows if it'll help that much.
I don't know. I'm still
Still on the fence.
yeah.
You're on the fence, but you are going to try.
I
You still not 100%.
not 100% no. I feel like I need to give it a try. But
Apprehensive.
I don't know.
The term I used last time was like an IBSD, PTSD or something.
Yeah.
Because you were in the hospital with IBS.
Exactly. Like, I was in the hospital and sure the heck I have 3 kids to manage and you to help and yeah, I don't do much anyhow, but I try to do what I can and you know what IBS like, you don't want to do anything like.
Yeah, I had major stomach cramps usually when I was getting an attack, and I don't know if you had like a lot of stomach cramps and pain.
When I had the bad attacks, yeah. But this pain was more intense. Like, that's your bowels, you can feel it. This was like actual stomach pain. Like, felt like my gut was being cut in half or something.
Jeez.
Like, it was awful. Not cramp either, it was pain.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Guess we'll have to stay tuned to figure out what I do.
Yeah, it was, you know, we made that little short video thinking we're going to have this maybe a weekly journey video about Skyclarys and, you know, the amazing or not so amazing, whatever. And then it abruptly stopped, 3 days later, 4 days later. And you were pretty adamant about not taking it again.
Yeah, I was pretty adamant about it, but now I don't know. Like,
I mean, you made a point last time that you're not going to just get up out of your chair and start walking because you got 5 or whatever % improvement. But there's things that you probably wish you could do, like write, maybe do art. You know, like you sign your own signature. I mean, if we look back when I met you, you could draw your own signature. You were having a lot of struggles, like trying to do art. You tried a little bit, but you could write your own signature, and I seen your signature enough. And this is with permission, guys. The signature she has on paper looks like her signature from 10 years ago. But if you looked at her writing it now, it's probably impossible to do very well in it. And here's a story. We bought a vehicle and, you know, I was kind of weird just signing her name in a random car dealership or whatever in front of the guy, so I let her sign her check, right? And what happened? Like 2 days later, the bank called us. Did you buy a car or whatever? What's this like $4,000 or whatever dollar check? And we played phone tag with the bank, but guess what? If you call the bank back on their line where they verify accounts, they will not answer or will not verify a check. They have to call your number to make sure you're not a spoofed phone, you know, because you can spoof a phone. You can be the White House, you got FBI, anything. So kind of learned the lesson there, because now when we were at just yesterday was the appointment, right? So you said, can I have him sign for me? And yep, I'm now, I guess, officially her representative, you know, according to UF. That's what it is. I was just going to sign your signature, but now I'm your representative. It's okay. I had her permission to do that. But anything you would like to do that you know 5% would make you better?
Maybe the speech. I'm tired. I had OD, FAD.
She worn herself out.
Working my butt off.
I don't want to say too much about OT and PT, so we should probably do a video just about how you're progressing, all the little exercises you're doing. So, Skyclarys is a most likely go, not 100%, but 99% chance you're going to take one pill tomorrow, tonight, something, and then we can see where it goes. And I guess we'll leave it at that.
Like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Take care, guys.